I've always been fascinated by the raw power of nature, and California's wildfires are a prime example of that power gone awry. You know, these aren't just some distant disasters we see on the news. They're reshaping lives, communities, and the very landscape of the Golden State. Today, I'm diving into the scorching reality of California's wildfires, from the human toll to the surprising policy decisions that might be fanning the flames. It's a complex issue, but one we really need to understand. First off, I want to focus on the human cost. It's not just about numbers, you know? It's about families watching their homes turn to ash, firefighters risking their lives, and entire communities being uprooted. The emotional toll? It's immense, far beyond what any dollar amount can capture. Now consider this. In 2024 alone, over 35,816 acres burned in Los Angeles. That's like, 27,000 football fields going up in smoke. And we're not just talking about trees here. It's a scale of destruction that's hard to wrap your head around, you know? Now, these fires didn't just happen out of nowhere. California's strict environmental policies, while well-intentioned, have kind of backfired. And speaking of sparks, there's that $17 million budget cut to the Los Angeles Fire Department in 2024. You know what that means? Less equipment, fewer firefighters, and a whole lot of trouble when those flames start spreading. It's like trying to stop a flood with a paper towel. It's just not going to cut it. Now, this might sound crazy, but bear with me. There's a parallel between how California's handling these fires and how it's managed water resources historically. Take the Delta smelt, for instance. This tiny fish has been prioritized over fire prevention efforts. I mean, don't get me wrong, biodiversity is important, but when we're talking about preventing massive wildfires, maybe we need to rethink our priorities a bit, you know what I mean? Okay, so here's another curveball for you. Insurance companies are bailing on California faster than you can say wildfire. Since 2019, over 100,000 Californians have lost their fire insurance. It's like the companies looked at the situation and went, nope, too hot to handle. I mean, can you blame them? But it's leaving a lot of people in a really tough spot. And for those who can still get insurance, well, let's just say the premiums are through the roof. We're talking about regular folks having to choose between insuring their homes and, eating. And the scary part, this crisis could spread to other states faster than, well, wildfire. It's not just a California problem anymore. It's potentially a national one. So, what do? Well, for starters, we need to loosen up on those controlled burn regulations. Let's fight fire with fire, literally. And while we're at it, investing in fire-resistant materials and smart landscaping wouldn't hurt. But the real game changer, that's going to be improving our water infrastructure and starting a national conversation about wildfire risks and solutions. I really believe that if we come together on this, we can make a difference. Look, California's wildfire crisis isn't just about California anymore. It's a wake-up call for all of us. We've got to rethink our policies, our infrastructure, and even our relationship with nature. So I'm asking you to keep this conversation going, in a good way, because only by facing the heat head-on can we hope to cool down this fiery situation. Together, we can turn the tide on these infernos and build a safer, more resilient future.